Hello and welcome to another update video about Cardano and Bitcoin. In this video we're going to take a look at both charts, Cardano and Bitcoin, and I think the week is starting very interesting. Late yesterday in my last update video, it was UK time, late in the day, and we had Bitcoin already moving again above 51k. Well, it did lose the 51k again, but we have various cryptos that closed at an all-time high. We have, for example, Polygon Matic as expected, moving higher here, and also Terra Luna closed at an all-time high, closed at $100, or at least above $100 now. I'm not sure if they closed $100, but it's above $100 for now as we speak. And yeah, it's looking interesting for many altcoins, to be honest. Also Cardano now at 148 here as we speak. Not a new high, but it's moving closer again to the last swing high. 20% in the last 7 days as well is not bad. And yeah, before we start, thanks for everybody who joined the member live stream yesterday. If you're interested in joining weekly live streams and possibly the Discord and Telegram groups to get signals as well and so on, then please check out the link in the description, taking you either to my website, or you can click on the join button next to the subscribe button and then you can check it out. If you're interested at all, I would appreciate the support, but of course only if you want to. So again, thanks for everybody's support here. Now nearly 200 or even above 250 channel members now. So we start first with Bitcoin, just briefly taking a look at what Bitcoin is doing. And so far it is doing what was expected here. You can see the line here that I showed you in the last video. I actually thought we would drop a little bit more, possibly to that wall of volume that I showed you on the indicator yesterday, but we didn't. We actually moved up straight away, but as expected, moving further towards, again, this yellow target area that I have marked up here, between 55 and 63k. Not a new high though, so we need to get beyond 52k to have this move up really confirmed. I did tell you before that we are in this, in my view, in this ABC correction here in white, which is part of a larger ABC which goes the other way around, and this ABC is part of that wave B here in green that we're doing, that we are really doing, and it has worked out pretty much as expected so far. But we need to get above that high here at 52k, that white wave A top. That is where we need to move beyond to really get a confirmed wave here. And then I think we are moving towards ranges between 55 and 63k with an ideal target of roughly 59k. Yeah, you can see the red line here. That is the area where we need to get beyond. Also, we are moving through the EMA ribbon here. We still have some resistances up here. I think this is the 55 and the 89-day EMA, and we've got the 145-day EMA here also providing some resistance along the way. So yeah, we need to be a little bit more patient. What this whole thing looks like is it looks corrective, the whole pattern here, which makes me more confident in saying that this is an ABC correction. ABC corrections are always impulsive, corrective. This is a three-wave structure here in my view, and this makes me more confident. And this means when we are hitting here at some point in this target area, we should turn around and move lower again in this target area between 20 and 29,000. And overall, what we would see then on the chart here, on the Bitcoin chart, would be a head and shoulders pattern. So we would move up and then move down here like that. Would be rolling over probably, and then you've got your left shoulder, your head, and your right shoulder, and we would move then into this target area down here. And yeah, that's pretty much what my primary expectation is for Bitcoin. That would pull the whole crypto market with it, I think. I think it will be hard to find a crypto that wouldn't move together with Bitcoin in this scenario. What is important to point out is, of course, I could be wrong here. What I'll do, I'll take some profits into this yellow target area. Won't sell everything, but I will take some profits, recognizing that we could drop lower from here, because this for me is the most likely scenario, but also recognizing that I could be wrong here and that we could just go here to new all-time highs, under which circumstance, I don't want to have everything sold, but it would then be interesting if we can really get through here and can get to new all-time highs, maybe even go back in when that move up is confirmed, at least then taking the risk out here where we have a high chance of turning around. But if we break certain levels here and we get to new all-time highs, then if we have a new confirmed uptrend that could actually take us to 100k or 150k, then maybe thinking about getting back in as soon as we have crossed here the all-time high or so. But I'll keep you updated as we get closer to that. Looking at Cardano, not looking too bad. Also in line with my expectations from yesterday, further continuation to the upside. You can see it here. That's what I showed you yesterday, the Elliott Wave count here, where at the low here of the white wave 2, you can see that here, or the ABC, we started a new wave count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We then started an ABC correction that has worked out. And then I told you that I think we are moving here up in a new wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're starting a new impulse here. So far we've moved along this trend line and we're now at a tipping point, I think. As you can see, this trend line is pushing us above this previous resistance at 149. So you can see it actually here. This red line is the resistance, so we are getting closer to it. It really is a ascending triangle that would more likely than not break to the upside. We are following this ascending trend line, have a horizontal resistance, and for that wave count, I think my my immediate target was here, this target area, 152, between 152 and 156. So let's see if this is going to take us there. I think what I did say in a previous video was that I expect us to be again in a new, here we had a wave 1 here, a wave 2 here potentially, and now we're in that wave 3 to the upside. That should take us into this area before we then move down in a wave 4 and then up in a final wave 5 before we have a larger ABC correction then. That's what we could be seeing here. Overall, I think Cardano doing quite well at the moment. Also, what we can see is that we are nearly on the 4-hour chart overbought, but not yet. So there is room for further growth. And on the daily, we are far away from being overbought. So yes, Cardano is still, there is a lot of scope still for Cardano. The MACD still beautifully playing out here, this the bullish cross here on the MACD. We've been tracking it from the first day. I made you aware before it happened that this could be a buy signal, and since then we have moved up nicely. If you bought down here when we had this bullish cross, maybe, you know, don't forget to take profits at some points, depending on how long you want to stay in there. But I think this was definitely a very, very good price down here to buy Cardano. And very interesting also on the ADA BTC chart, we continue to move up here, making a higher low. We built a new higher low, and it will be interesting to see it. Can we build a new higher high as well? We already did that from here to there, and we broke above that descending channel, which is looking good. And we broke above these two daily EMAs here, again the 13 and the 21-day EMA crossed here, or broke above that, and we even found support on these EMAs, and we're now moving higher. Next resistance here will be at 2300, the 55-day EMA. But overall, you know, we're moving higher. I think very interesting. And if Bitcoin manages to get into that yellow target area that I showed you between 55 and 63k, I think Cardano could, if it carries on like that, move all the way up to 181 and maybe even $2. That would be fantastic then. I think that would give us a buffer in case Bitcoin really drops into that 20 to 29k area, that Cardano can hold above $1, which then would be a very, very important and key support for you know, for holding this bullish momentum here that Cardano actually had on the chart, with an impulsive wave up, corrective down, impulsive wave up, corrective down, and a new impulsive wave up following next, which could take us to levels of around 450 and more. Right, hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.